Well, hey, everybody, and welcome back as we continue to check in with the Danville staff here at Southland Christian Church. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Brian Lucas, and I'm the campus pastor at the Danville campus. And today I have with me Sarah Akers. She is on the children's team, and she joined us in 2018. So she's our newest staff member at the Danville campus. So this will be a great chance for everybody to get to know her. Many of you will probably know her because she's a Boyle County girl, but I'll have her explain that a little bit. So Sarah, welcome.
Hey, yes, I'm the only Danvillian, I think, on staff.
Think you are right. We all came in from the outside. Yes. Okay.
So I grew up here in Boyle County. Yeah.
Give us that story a little bit. Tell us about you, who's in your house, what you do for our church, all of that.
So yes, I'm from here in Danville. I went to Boyle County, graduated. I am married to Jeremiah, and we have 3 kids: Grace 15, Lucas 11, and Jet is 4. So we're very spread out. And I came on staff last year in children's, and I am the children's coordinator. So I do a lot of administrative stuff, scheduling volunteers, and just making sure things run smoothly on Sundays and stuff like that. So
yeah. Well, you have been a blessing, I know, for the entire team, but especially for Shannon, who has been wanting someone to come alongside her to help, not only with the administrative stuff. Sorry, my phone's going off in the background. Administrative stuff, but you are such an asset because, one, you are Danville persons, Boyle County girls, so you know everybody, and that has helped with, as we've changed kind of database and stuff, families, know who goes with who. All that has been a huge help, but beyond that, you are just a gift to our team. So thanks for coming on board. We're glad you are here.
I love it.
Fun interaction of that, and maybe you could tell a little bit more of the story, is we had been wanting someone to come on to help Shannon for a while. And if I got the story right, you're like, well, I could do that.
Yes.
Is that right? Tell us more of that.
So I had been serving in children's. I was in the 2-year-old room for a couple years. I'd started because my daughter Grace served. So I started serving with her. And then I wasn't working at the time because our youngest was still at home, and I was kind of just being stay-at-home mom with him. And then when I was thinking about going to work, I wanted to work kind of with a purpose and somewhere like the church. And then when I found out about the job, it was perfect. And Shannon was kind of like, so wait, why don't you work? And, I started talking to her about it, and it just worked out, and it was the perfect fit for me. So,
yeah. Well, as I said already, you're a great addition. So we're glad you're a part of the Danville team, and you help us to understand Danville and Boyle County and beyond. So it's crazy times right now. We are all socially distant and even quarantined, and you've had to think about that a little bit more. But what are you guys doing? You can explain that if you want to or not, but what are you guys doing during all this separation?
Yes, so my kids are home. So we are homeschooling and going through NTI stuff, trying to keep our 4-year-old busy, just okay being in the house all the time. My mom also is here, and she had recently had a surgery, so she was definitely kind of prone to, she couldn't catch anything, and so we've been kind of keeping her locked away and just making sure she's safe and everything like that, and recovering okay. So yeah. But we've stayed busy. We are lucky to have a farm, and so we take a lot of walks. We ride a lot of 4-wheelers and dirt bikes and things like that, so that's kind of how we stay busy when we're not doing schoolwork.
Yeah. So getting outside has been key. Thankfully, this hit in the spring and not in the dead of winter. But it did snow yesterday, which was crazy.
I know, it was crazy.
Okay. Awesome. Well, during this time, we probably have extra time to get into things that, and dive in deeper to some things we were in before, maybe even start some new habits or dive into things that maybe you weren't doing before. So what are some of those things? What are you diving into that you weren't doing before? And then I'll bring back a little bit of diving in deeper.
Yeah. So let's see, like right now, it's just better for me to have quiet time because I'm super busy most of the time, and it's hard for me to focus and kind of get away by myself. So during this, I've been able to do that a little bit more. I've been able to actually stay in Core 52. I've started it and set it down and kind of done that back and forth. So my husband and I actually did it together this time, and we've had time to kind of get into that and really, stay with it and focus on it. So that's been nice. And just doing things with my kids, and stuff like that, the Bible stories at night with my kids. And I feel like sometimes I learn more doing their Bible studies and stuff than I do on my own reading. So that's been really good.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, so you mentioned Core 52, not knowing where you are as far as the progression goes. What's speaking to you right now, whether it's something out of that or something you're reading in the Bible, but what's God saying to you right now?
I feel like he definitely was telling me to just kind of keep it simple and kind of focus in on prayer for me, because I do want to serve, and right now it's kind of hard to serve. So I feel like praying for people and in situations and stuff like that is just where I'm finding my ability to serve. And so, I used to, like, earlier this year, I feel like the Martha and Mary story, I'm totally a Martha, and like my to-do list is long and all those things, and I don't focus in on the really most important things sometimes. So I've been trying to do that, and just like I've spent a lot of time in Psalms and just doing worship and things like that, because that's just, I don't know, where I feel led right now. So, and we're taking part in that 3:00 prayer time, which has become a family thing for us. So that's been awesome to kind of share that with the kids and stuff like that too. So
that's great. You mentioned the 3:00. For those that don't know, Shannon is really who brought it to our attention, reading through Acts 2 and seeing Peter and John, who were on their way to pray at 3:00, and then God laid people in front of them who they interacted with in ministry. And so we as a team have taken that literally, and we stop whatever we're doing at 3:00 and we're praying for different things, but it's all personal. And so, thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
Are you a reader? Are you reading anything?
I am a reader, but I can't read anything right now. So, I read a lot of NTI stuff, honestly, throughout the day. So I've learned things that I'd forgotten from school. Like, I know a lot about the American Revolution right now.
That's awesome.
But that's about it. I don't get to read anything else right now. So.
Okay. So then this question might fit into the category, but what are you guys, Netflix people? Do you binge watch anything?
We do. We've watched some Disney, since Disney Plus has been on, we watched some older stuff that the kids haven't seen that we've kind of brought back and introduced to them. And then we are huge Office fans. So Jeremiah and I watch The Office. That's what we do to kind of like wind down, is just turn on Office and watch a couple episodes. So
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're one of many who love The Office, even on the Danville Team. So the stories that happen in the office or in the actual office here are fun. Yeah. That's great. Yeah, I've been doing the same thing with our kids with Disney Plus, is going to that nostalgic line and going, okay, we're watching something on this, and they hate it. They hate it.
We turned on Willow the other night, and my husband and I thought it was the best thing ever, and the kids were looking at us like we were crazy. But I think it's a great movie.
Swiss Family Robinson. I was like so excited to show it to him, introduce it to him, and they were all like, "Oh, home."
Yeah,
this is what happens. This is what happens. Okay. How about playlist stuff? What's on top of your playlist? What are you worshiping to, or maybe it's just regular, whatever music?
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna have to actually get on my phone. So, my go-to song for a long time has been "Nothing Else" by Cody Carnes. It's just a song that I feel like kind of checks me and gets me, I don't know, just centered. And it just says nothing else pretty much, but Jesus. And so, that's a good song for me right before I have quiet time and stuff like that too. I love it. Rolling Stones by Lauren Daigle. One of my top songs, because it's got like that rock feel and stuff to it. I love it. What else do I have on there? Let's see. King of Kings is good. I liked that. Delaney did it a couple weeks ago, and it was so good.
Yeah, so
that's been kind of on the top of mind that I've listened to a lot. But yeah, I guess that's about it.
And you and Carson are probably the music lovers of the group in the office. So
that doesn't mean I can't play anything or sing. I do love
okay, well, but you love music. So beyond the worship stuff, I know you've got some other things that you really like. So what are some of those?
So let's see. Yes, I love to go to concerts and stuff like that. So I've seen Keith Urban like 12 times, I think, now.
I love that.
It's ridiculous. Since I was in high school. It's been a long time, though. And I have a lot of tickets to concerts this year that probably won't happen, sadly. Metallica is one that I got from my husband. It probably won't happen, but that's okay. Excited about that one.
That's so sad.
But, yeah, so I do. I listen to a lot of country. I don't have, like, one genre that I'm huge in, but I kind of listen to a little bit of everything. So
yeah, That's awesome. Okay. You and Keith Urban are like me and Garth. 8 concerts now for Garth.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay. Let's shift things back to church a little bit on the ministry side of things. I know we had a special visit by you all this last week, but how are you staying engaged and connecting with people in children's ministry, even some of the children within the ministry?
Yeah, so Shannon and I, we kind of, along with our coaches, are texting out leaders, getting prayer requests, things like that, just keeping in touch and seeing if there's any needs there with our leaders. We did do an Easter parade and got to go around to our leaders' families and see a lot of our other Southland families, which was awesome with the Easter Bunny, and just kind of wave and say, hey, we miss you. So that was good. And just, trying to stay in touch with them and let them know we're here if they need anything. And we still put out a video every Saturday that Shannon does. We normally huddle on Sundays before services, and we go to our rooms. So this has kind of been our, virtual huddle, I guess, where Shannon can kind of fill us in and we can just encourage and stuff. So that's what we've been doing right now.
Yeah, that's great. Well, you guys have done a good job of keeping attached and connected to your folks, and so that when we come back, we'll pick it up right where we left off. Yeah. Probably all a little bit different too when we do that. But okay. I want to give you an opportunity to kind of just sound off on maybe whatever you have going on or something you'd like to say to the multitudes that maybe you haven't had an opportunity to do before, but now I'm going to give you the floor.
Yeah, just to everybody that we didn't see, we miss you a lot. We miss being there on Sundays and seeing all of our families and our leaders. We have a lot of teenagers that help us serve, and some of them are seniors and are going to be leaving this summer and stuff like that. So we definitely need more volunteers. If anybody is thinking about it, we would love to have you. You can email us or get in touch with us a different way, but we would love to have you on our team, and just can't wait to come back and see everybody, really.
Yeah, that's awesome. Email is probably the best way to get a hold of us and to start thinking about it. So why don't you give everybody your email address?
Yeah, I am sakers@southland.church.
Yeah, it's nice and easy.
Yes, it is.
It's nice and easy. So I would encourage everybody too, if you are thinking about it, to jump on in. And if you want some idea of what happens with children's ministry, in the meantime, on the weekends, we're doing stuff for preschoolers, and then for elementary age students, students on the weekend. Through the Big Picture Show. So if you jump into the chat a little bit early at 9:00 for the preschoolers and then 9:30 for elementary age on Sunday mornings, you can see some of what we do on the weekends normally.
It's great stuff. There's worship songs. There's great content. So definitely join in. Yes. Yeah,
it's fun. I'll stop there. I could go on along about that. You guys are doing a great job of still keeping us in touch with one another. So let's finish up with a little lightning round. Okay. Find some quick answers to some really important questions. Okay. All right. Give us your favorite pizza place. Yours, not the family's. Yours.
Honestly, I love Pizza Hut. Like just basic, simple Pizza Hut. We eat a ton of Papa John's, and I love Papa John's, but we do a lot of. I love Pizza Hut. So.
Are you a go in and sit down at Pizza Hut, or is it still takeout?
No, I would like to go in and sit down at Pizza Hut.
Yeah, that used to be the thing. Go in and do it. All right. You're a foodie, so I appreciate this. Burrito joint. What's your burrito joint of choice?
Ew, that's hard. Honestly, I would rather have like a street vendor burrito than any kind of Chipotle or anything like that. Although we do eat guads every Sunday when we can. So, I love guads, but yeah, I would definitely, like, if we're at a festival or in a city or something and I can go get like a street vendor burrito, I always think that's the best thing. So, yeah.
Yes. Okay. Have you tried any of the Danville street tacos?
I have had one, yes, but yeah.
Okay. Carson has a place for us to go and try. We're gonna all have to hop in Tiffany's van and go do that.
Okay.
When we're all back together. Okay. Who were you listening to? You may have already answered this. Who were you listening to in high school?
Oh. So I did listen to a lot of country in high school, and I loved Keith Urban then. But I also I liked NSYNC when I was early high school. I think Tiffany said the same thing, and I'm right there with her. I was not a Backstreet Boys. I was an NSYNC person. So yeah, they were good. And then I like Justin Timberlake by himself. So
can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with little JT. All right. What's on your bucket list? What's like top thing we have to do? You have to do bucket list.
I want to travel as much as possible. Jeremiah and I had kids very young and early, and so we didn't get to travel in those years after college. So we were kind of waiting until we get our kids out of the house, and then we just want to travel around. And I'd love to go to Europe and Spain and do stuff like that. So
sure. Which leads perfectly to the good segue. Thank you for the next question. How many, well, you might not know exactly how many, but states visited, is it above
I don't know
half?
how many exactly. I think it's about 20, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. So you've got places you need to go and see. How about international travel? Anything?
Okay, I've never been out of North America, but I have been to Canada.
There you go.
When I was in high school, my grandmother took me to Canada, and it was pretty fun, actually. So, yeah.
Okay. Yes, we've got to get Jeremiah and you around the world.
Yes.
Okay.
We need this to end for sure. So
awesome. Well, that's the end of my list. So great job. Hey, it's fun getting to know you a little bit better. I know this will help. This is just allowing the rest of the world to kind of get to know you a little bit as well. Stay connected to the Danville campus and have those people be able to know you. But a lot of them probably already do from being a hometown girl. But thanks again for serving our church with excellence. Thanks for keeping us connected. Thanks for investing in the next generation the way you do. We are glad to have you.
Thank you. I'm glad to be there.
Awesome. Okay. Well, stay safe and we'll see you soon.
All right. Thanks.
My thanks to Sarah for giving up a little bit of her time and helping us to get to know her a little bit better. As we continue on in social distancing, quarantine, we want to continue to find new ways to creatively interact with all of you and stay connected. 2 ways I want to bring up today. One, and they're both through Facebook. One, because we just talked to Sarah, I want to talk about our Southland Kids Facebook page. A great place to interact with the ministry, Southland Kids, and the Big Picture Show. So you want to go and find us on Facebook there. And then while you're there, head on over to Southland's main Facebook page and find the groups, because each campus now has a Southland group. So we'll stay connected to you personally right there through the Danville campus at Southland's Facebook page. One more staff member to go, and we'll talk to Carson on the next Checking In.